Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to steer with one hand. Now before I start this video, I just want to say that I do not recommend steering with one hand. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it is the safest way to drive. But steering with one hand is necessary from time to time, so it is very important that you know how to do it. So here is how you do it. There are basically two hand positions that you can use to steer with one hand. The first hand position is with your palm on the top of the steering wheel. Now you are going to line the steering wheel up with the center of your palm and then just wrap your fingers around it and then put your thumb on the edge. You don't want to put your thumb all the way around it because it's harder to move your hand around when you do that. So wrap your four fingers around it and then put your thumb on the front of the steering wheel. And you can steer like this. And this is very, very good for going in a straight line and steering, making small movements. So let's say lane changes and things like that. Now the second hand position for going in a straight line involves putting your hand on the side of the steering wheel. Now, depending on where your armrest is, you might hold it a little bit higher or a little bit lower than I am holding it. But because my elbow is on my armrest, this is where my hand falls on the steering wheel. So once again, I am going to put the steering wheel in the center of my palm, then wrap my fingers around it, and then put my thumb in front of it, just like that. And if you have steering wheel controls, just like I do, then this is a very convenient place because you can access the left hand steering wheel controls when you are doing this, or the right hand if you are in a right hand drive car and you are using your right hand. But you can access some of the steering wheel controls when you hold it towards the side over here. Now, when you are turning the car, when you are turning the wheels and making significant movements with the car, then you basically put your palm on the top of the steering wheel, and instead of holding it like this, you are going to just put some pressure from your palm onto the steering wheel, and then you can turn the wheel like that. So I'm just putting pressure, and pretty much when I put the pressure, the majority of the pressure is on right here where the pinky side of my palm is. That is where the pressure is. So, when I'm actually, when this is actually in practice and I am doing this, the majority of the pressure is on the pinky side of the palm. And then you can simply put pressure and turn the steering wheel just like that. Really, really easy. And you can, just like I did there, you can put some grip onto it after. So you can turn, and then when you reach the top, you can grip over just like that. And that's basically it. Those are the three things that you need to know about steering with one hand. And once again, I do not recommend doing this for safety reasons, but if you are driving a manual car just like I am, then you have to steer with one hand for a good portion of your driving time. If you are holding a bottle of water in your other hand or a coffee in your other hand, then you will have to steer with one hand for a good portion of your driving time. So it is very important to know how to steer with one hand. And hopefully, from what I have shown you in this video, you will have a really, really good idea of what you should do when you are steering with one hand. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.